Yeah, Raycroft, senior.
I'm Danny Bennett, senior.
Jamie Worth, senior.
Matthew McGrath, senior.
All right, let's hop right into it. It was a rough start of the season for the Patriots as they lost to the Lions, the Detroit Lions, last Sunday night. The team hopes to have their first win this week. Don't they already have one?
They have one.
Yeah, so their second win this week against the first place Dolphins this Sunday. So, what are your opinions on the game? We'll start with you, Cam.
It was hard to watch. It was a late game. I watched first quarter. I don't think the Patriots had a first down in the first quarter. Maybe something like that. Offense was struggling. Defense couldn't stop anything.
How do you feel about the Lions?
How do I feel about the Lions?
Not the Lions, sorry, the Dolphins.
Supposedly they're pretty good. I haven't really seen them play this year, but I mean they're first place in the division. Have a young team, fast team. From what I've heard, defense is playing well.
Very strong defense. They have like multiple turnovers per game, but Brady's usually pretty good at picking apart defenses. So we'll see what happens.
If I'm gonna be honest, I didn't get to watch the game last Sunday. My TV was broken, so someone punched it when the Patriots started losing.
Was it a family member?
It was a rough day. I'm not saying if it was me or not, but it was a rough game to watch with the Pats. But I think they'll bounce back against Miami. Brady will carve them up, like Jameis was saying.
Indeed. You got a point?
No, just looking forward to the game. I think they'll play well. I think once we get better wide receivers back, once Edelman comes back, I think we'll start taking our full form.
Is Gordon playing this week? Anyone know?
I don't
think
think
he's still questionable.
It takes a while to learn that
Yeah.
Patriots
the
passing
offense,
tree and offense is very complex.
Maybe it was Matt Patricia with the Lions. Maybe Matt Patricia just knew the system.
Yeah.
And he's very good defensively, so he knows how to shut them down.
What do you think's going on? Is it injuries? Is it slow start to the season, or is this like a prediction to the future?
Loaded question.
I think it's a slow start. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just think Brady can turn it up any time. I think he'll get when he gets back his wide receivers. I feel like Edelman will really switch up the game play and turn it around. And we just gotta get the defense better. If we keep on practicing with the defense, I think we'll start to take a better form.
I was thinking that it's a slow start, but I think it kind of shows that they're not going to be as good as they were in the past, but they shouldn't be as bad as they're playing right now.
Yeah. I mean, it does feel like a slow start, but at the same time, I think it feels kind of different than years past. I don't know, all the, like, controversy and talk about what's going on in the locker room, like, we've never heard that about the Patriots. Like, usually they keep everything out of the media, and it's different this year, so I don't know. Feels strange.
Yeah. I do feel like they'll be able to come back a little bit when the receivers are all on the same page and Tom's in the right mindset. So, are the Dolphins really good enough to beat the Patriots? And they are showing improvements in offense and defense. And sorry, that must say the Patriots, because I don't know why we'd talk about the Dolphins' offensive defense. And I think they'll.
It's meant to be the Dolphins.
Yeah, I guess.
I think.
It's okay.
All right, whatever.
I mean, the Dolphins. You say, oh, are they good enough to beat the Patriots? Well, I didn't think Detroit was good enough to beat us.
That's true.
So I do think, even as tough as it is to say, I do think, yeah, it's a definite possibility. But I think the Pats are going to be ready.
Plus, divisional games are always closer than they should be. Teams always go out and play better when they play teams in their division.
Yes.
This is true.
And Danny Amendola is returning to play against the Patriots for the first time since leaving. How do you think he'll be treated? And knowing, like Matt Patricia will know in the Patriots system, will that give him an advantage?
I think it could. I think Amendola could give some insight to the Dolphins.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Not as much as Patricia.
Yeah,
but
definitely not as much. And I think he'll be treated with respect. He did a lot for.
He did a lot. Everyone liked him.
It didn't seem like he wanted to go. It seemed like he was just traded away.
No, he signed with the
Signed a free agency.
Yeah, but like,
Money is power.
I
I mean,
was-
the
but
Patriots don't pay anyone,
Yeah,
so
it's not like he was like complaining and said like I want to leave. He just kind of went to his best option.
yeah, he did it. He did
Usually
it quietly.
Players are treated poorly if they're like, I don't want to be on this team anymore. Like, get me out of here.
There was a player, Adam Vinatieri, who kicked like two game-winning kicks, I think, in 2 different Super Bowls for the Patriots. He was sort of a hero around here. And I went to a game actually a few years ago, and he was playing on the opposite team, and the people in Gillette Stadium booed him when he went to kick. I didn't think that was right, but the truth is, I do think people still hold that animosity towards people, even if they didn't purposely leave.
It's true.
Fair point.
That's fair.
All right, we'll move on to other NFL situations. Baker Mayfield leads the Browns to their first victory in like almost 2 years. Yep. So that's
It's
pretty
been a while.
exciting for him.
Too long.
Seems like he'll be very promising.
Yeah.
I don't know though. At the same time, it's the Browns. They always find a way to mess it up.
Yeah,
That's-
I feel
but-
like they've changed.
Yeah.
They've brought in a lot of new talent, and the defense was looking pretty good. And I think Baker Mayfield brings a new type of play style that I feel like they need. And he'll do well with them.
Yeah, Baker brings that unrivaled intensity to the game. It's Believeland. They lost LeBron, now they have Baker. I'm not sure how many people would take that trade, but it's what Cleveland's got now. Against Oakland, I think they'll take the dub. I think they'll win.
So who they're
Bold
playing this week?
predictions coming out.
I can see that.
And then the Patriots' old friend Jimmy G, I'll say, because I can't pronounce his last name.
Garoppolo.
Garoppolo.
I can't say it.
Oh, there he is.
He is out for the season with a torn ACL. And how will this affect San Fran?
They'll be pretty bad.
Yeah, well,
It'll make it pretty
They won't
they
be too
weren't
good.
already.
It'll make a
They
pretty
weren't
bad
doing
team
great,
worse.
so
He was kind of their only
Yeah, he was
only bright spot.
Yeah.
I mean, when he got traded there, was it last year that he won like 5 games in a row at the end of the year?
do you think they'll beat the Chargers this week?
No.
No, I think the
Melvin
Chargers should
Gordon.
win
I
that.
think Melvin Gordon should have offense. And Philip Rivers has been playing pretty well. So.
Plus the
Plus
San Fran just has no offense whatsoever.
Yeah, that's true.
Very few defensive players that are solid.
So right now, who do you think the best team in the NFL is?
Rams.
Rams.
LA Rams.
Without a doubt.
I mean, they showed it last night. They beat another really good team in Minnesota.
Offense is just popping off. And then Donald, right? That's
Yeah,
the defensive
Donald.
He signed a mega deal and he's earning his money.
Yeah,
He's just
he's a
playing
monster.
phenomenal.
He's a monster.
I won't even give my opinion about the Bears.
Who are the Bears playing this week, Tom?
They are playing.
Fitzmagic?
Oh yes,
Ooh.
Tampa Bay in Tampa.
It's
Bay.
magic.
I'm sorry, but I'm taking Tampa in that game.
He's got some sauce
I'm
recently.
taking Tampa in that
I don't
game.
know. I don't know. If he's
I don't
playing.
know who's playing.
So let's move on to Brady, Belichick, and Gronk. Gronk, after the Lions game, confirmed reports that this offseason Belichick tried to trade him to the Lions, and he said he was going to retire if he did. Do you think that Gronk has more power on this team than Belichick right now?
No,
No.
because
No.
he's a tight end and he's not the head coach.
Fair point, but he just didn't he didn't listen to him. He didn't listen to
He's
his
gonna
head coach.
retire. So,
I mean, I
you
think
can't
that
trade
was the that was the chip he had, is that
Yeah.
they were going to use him for the value he had, but he said, well, if you're going to try to trade me, I'll be valueless to you. No team wants a player that isn't playing. So that was what he had, but I don't think in the overall atmosphere of the team he
played
has
his
more
one
power.
card,
Yeah.
and it saved
I
him.
think it.
It's still
I think
there,
he did the right
but-
thing.
I still don't really understand the point of trading Gronk.
I don't
Like,
know.
I
He's
know, I
like-
know it's a Belichick system, but like, still trading
Yeah,
Gronk doesn't
'cause
make sense.
He's getting not up there in age, but his body's just physically falling
So
apart.
when he becomes
It's
a
like
free
every
agent,
other
we just
season.
don't pay him, and then he can go. I mean, we don't have to trade him.
But
If he's on
trading him
contract, we
right
can keep
now,
him.
though, you get a lot of people for Gronk.
That's true. You can get some
huge,
value,
like
yeah.
a lot of picks, and probably a solid player right now.
I
Right
get
now,
that.
our offense, I think we need the weapons. And I just don't think
We really need him this year.
yeah.
Yeah, but if they trade him in the offseason, then They would have got a few more people
They
and
gotten, like,
could have figured
I
out.
don't know what the trade would have been exactly if we're gonna get like another receiver.
It's funny that he said, like, he was like, Brady's my quarterback. He didn't say the Pats are my team. What do you think? What do you think he's trying to say there? Or was it unintentional? Or was it?
I don't know. With all the drama, I really couldn't.
I think there's some
I think he
separation
said
in
that
the locker
through
room.
thick and thin, he's sticking with Brady.
So, like, let's say Brady goes to the Jets, which is unlikely, but let's say it happens. Does Gronk go to the Jets?
I think he'd retire.
Yeah, I think if once Brady leaves, I think Gronk is gonna
I think Gronk means he's going to
Peace out.
follow him.
maybe.
I don't know if
I think
Brady's
he's
leaving.
just sticking with him.
I don't know if Brady's leaving though.
But he could retire.
Brady
soon,
won't
though.
leave. He'll just retire.
He'll just retire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no way he's gonna
Yeah.
He's not going to try to start fresh somewhere else at
No
this age.
chance.
And do you think this is Gronk's last year?
No, I think he'll last as long as Brady does. Unless
He'll last as
another-
long as his legs don't
Yeah,
fall
exactly.
off.
Unless he
Or his
like
back
another
doesn't break
crippling-
again.
Or his arm. Or his concussions.
Yeah,
Unless he has another
CTE.
crippling injury, I don't think he's gonna.
Serious
Do you
concern.
think Gronk, Belichick, and Brady will retire the same year?
I don't think Belichick's gonna retire.
I could see Belichick going another year.
Belichick's
I
going
can-
to have like a walker and he'll still be coaching.
I could see him leaving just so he doesn't have a bad last season. There's no risk.
Well,
So what do you
they're
think?
kind of having a
Yeah,
pretty
well-
bad
I know,
last
but
season
I don't
now.
think
What
he
was-
If
cares
they
what
lose
people
Brady,
think,
it's
honestly.
gonna get
Like,
worse.
that kind of makes his legacy just Brady.
Yeah.
He wants to be like argued as one of the greatest coach. I mean, he is argued as one of the greatest coaches because he wants to be like definitely the greatest coach. I feel like he has to do it with another quarterback.
That's fair.
To show how
I think he doesn't care though what people think about his legacy or him as a coach. I think he literally just likes to win football games.
He loves the
If
game.
you
he
listen to him
loves
talk, he's like, "We're on to Cincinnati." Like he just doesn't care what people think. So I wouldn't be too concerned with that.
And we have some fan love coming up. Our first one from Rob Gronkowski, who says, "Stop talking trash on the round table. I will eat you like beef shish kebab." And I would like to politely say to Gronk, he does not want this smoke. And then we have a tweet from Drake that says, "The round table may just be the best show on television. Greater than ESPN, hashtag God's plan." And we'd like to say hashtag God's plan indeed.
Thanks, Drake.
Thank you so much.
You a real one.
And
They filmed this?
yeah,
I thought we were just talking. Like friends. We're not friends?
No, it airs every Friday night.
Oh, tune in.
roughing the passer. Roughing the passer is the new rule that NFL implemented that's highly controversial. Many of the players are saying it's impossible to not land on a QB when you get a sack. Is this rule worth putting in the game, and should it be pulled out before it costs someone a win?
Yeah,
They might as well just make it two-hand touch at this
off,
point.
Like, if you're not allowed to land on the quarterback, like with the majority of your body weight, like I don't know how else you would take him down.
Who was
You're
the
not
player
allowed to
that
go low on him? Clay Matthews got called.
I know,
down.
but there's a player
3
that
weeks in
was sacking a quarterback and tried to avoid landing on him, and by doing that, he like hurt himself and
yeah,
got injured.
because when Myles Garrett sacked someone in like the first week, he got called for it, and then of course, all the sport-loving scientists out there went and figured out that it would have been like physically impossible for him to not land on the quarterback.
Yeah.
And
Jamie, you're a defensive lineman. If you ever were to, like, potentially get close to sacking a quarterback,
which
how
he
would
does.
how would you try to do it without getting sort of a penalty there? Is it possible?
You need to go at an angle and then try to grab him with your arms like as you fall on your back.
That just gives him
Which-
more
it's just-
it gives him more of an opportunity to get out of the
Yeah,
sack.
exactly,
Then.
because the way you tackle people for the most part is like hitting with your shoulder and wrapping, but like I don't know how you would do that with not landing on them.
We got about a couple more minutes left. So we're going to skip Tiger Woods. It was a good win by him. He's back. And go right to the Red Sox. Postseason starts next Friday. How far will they go?
Far.
Eh.
Eh.
They've had a great season this far.
Yeah.
But I don't know how far they can.
They have had the most wins in Red Sox franchise history this season.
Yes, but their bullpen.
That is an outrageous opinion.
Their bullpen
their
just
bullpen is just
Ludicrous!
Great minds battling it out.
The Red Sox are
their
the best
bullpen.
franchise team since the Cleveland Cavaliers.
but it's in the Boston Globe.
What about
There's a
the Golden
stat
State
from it.
Warriors?
The Red Sox pitching staff has made 19 postseason starts and won none of them. Like
Pitching's an
can't
issue
win a
for this
game
too.
If you put the opponent puts up 10 runs on you,
Especially when our
It's
first
very
round
difficult.
matchup could be the Yankees.
which
And
always
with the
tees off
Yankees, it's
Price.
just always gonna be a tough series to win.
And
Plus, Sale is coming back and not pitching as well.
Yeah,
as he
but go
was.
Boston, am I right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Go
also like
Sox.
them.
Go
I feel
Raiders.
like they can win. It's just they should have made some more moves before the trade deadline to meet the
Consolidate the
deadline like
pitching.
that.
Yeah.
so the general opinion is they won't be able to get around
They
the bullpen.
could. It would be difficult.
Yeah.
That's
I think
my
they
opinion.
I don't know.
We're gonna win the World Series.
They've had some magic in October before.
I
Yeah, they have. But that would be a lot.
Shout out to
definitely
Big
think
Poppy.
They can still win, but it'd be tough.
Yeah, they have the firepower to do it. Definitely.
Their hitting has been phenomenal, but
It has
it's the
been.
defense that's worrisome.
I mean, the defense is fine. It's just the pitching.
Pitching. Well, that's part of the defense.
Yeah, but like
But I mean, if other teams are hitting home runs, it kind of takes the
Exactly, like,
defense
yeah,
out of it.
You can't win.
yeah, but I don't think people hit that much.
All right, so
It's true.
we're gonna go right to DS Sports. Even though the Celtics did have their training camp and Hayward is back, boys soccer lost 2-0 against Norden and tied Medway, who is, I believe, undefeated.
Big comeback against Medway.
Yeah,
Props to
huge
them.
Plays, with an awesome effort from Roundtable producer, editor, and graphic designer Jeb Shu.
I think
Yeah.
that's a typo, but
Thanks for the graphics, Jeb.
He's great job.
He's doing well.
I just get edited out of this one.
Girls soccer lost to Medway 3-1.
Still having a good year though.
Yep. Field hockey, big win over Medfield. Dislike Medfield.
Yeah.
And Westwood this week. Good job. And golf, I'm still undefeated.
Good work,
Killing
Tom.
it.
Hey, Flash.
Defeated Medway, Ashland, and Dedham this week.
Oh wow.
That must have been
week.
exciting.
Big week. Yeah, I was in for Dedham.
Nice.
Good boy.
How'd you play?
I shot a 41, so
Is that
bogey golf.
Bogey golf?
Yep. Cross country, boys and girls defeated Norden. Good job, Danny.
Yeah,
girls
it was.
varsity.
Hold on. It was a good meet. The girls, remain undefeated, so they've been
Killing
solid.
the game.
They've been solid. We lost to Bellingham the first meet, but since then we've been undefeated. The boys cross country team, so that's obviously super exciting. You could read about it in the paper too. It's a big deal.
Awesome. And
Thanks.
DS football, nice win over Norden last week, and a big game against Millis in 0. DS favored, but Millis has some big guys on their team.
They do.
You must be
And we'll pass
really
this on to
nervous.
athlete of the day, Jamie Wood, because he has a big game today.
It's a big game.
It is. It's very emotional. It was very emotional. It's a very
got you.
emotional game, and
Gotcha. Let me
we've had a rivalry with
the
Mills
boys.
for a while, so it should be interesting.
I imagine in
First
football
time we've been
games there's
favored for a while.
lots of crying on the field and
Only if you lose.
screaming.
That's only if you mess up.
Didn't Millis win the Super Bowl last year?
Mills is like a division or two down,
Yeah.
and they win the Super Bowl every year
Yeah.
because
But I mean, they still didn't
Because
beat you
dominate
guys.
every year. Yeah, they beat us last year, but I think we can beat them this year. One of their big players was hurt last week. Their biggest player. I'm hoping he's hurt this week.
All right, go on. Jamie,
Just
you can
because
take
he's
him.
a weapon,
Jamie
and
can
he's
take him.
6'4" and 370 pounds, and a mountain of a human being.
That's an absolute
He's 6'4"
unit.
and how many pounds?
370?
Oh, but you're 371 and so
Yeah,
that shouldn't be
Jamie!
a problem. Looks like DS has got the game in the bag. And then,
We got some recruits
Also,
for,
yeah.
DS Sports.
On the topic of DS Sports, 2 fellow DS athletes have committed to play college sports. First being John Muckstadt committing to Colgate for soccer, Division I soccer. Huge props to him.
Yeah.
And then second one is Matt Pilato committing to Union College for lacrosse. So
Wow, that's
plays.
extreme.
congrats to them.
big plays indeed.
Raiders at the next level.
All right, so if we don't have anything else to say,
The Celtics, of course.
the Celtics. Oh, we have time, I guess. Let's get this
Love
bread.
the
Nice. Poor
Um,
Tiger. What she want?
Oh, I guess we'll go Celtics. 'Cause,
Kyrie's healthy.
Not leaving.
Hayward
Hayward's
healthy.
He said he wasn't leaving.
Yeah, that's huge.
Which is huge, yeah.
I mean, we're still gonna have to pay him a
Tristan
ton. but-
Thompson from the Cavs still think that they have a shot for the.
That was kind of funny.
Yeah.
Then Ben Simmons and Marcus Morris
Just, went off
clapped
on him.
back on Twitter. Gotta love Twitter beef, right,
Yeah.
Tom?
Celtics have a
Absolutely. Me and Gronk.
Got a good shot. It should be interesting to see what happens.
Both Gordon Hayward and Kyrie being healthy, I think.
Not
Can they
sure.
beat the Warriors though?
I don't know.
I don't know. It's gonna be tough.
See what happens.
See how-
See what
see how
happens.
we develop.
Absolutely.
See
I
who
think-
stays
Absolutely.
I
healthy.
think we have a better bench, definitely. I think probably have the best bench in the NBA.
I think they can beat them.
I think we can beat them.
It sees or it's. I forgot what I was gonna say.
It's definitely raining
Oh, yeah.
outside. It's a cold day.
Oh
It's gonna
wow.
affect the football team.
This is a great graphic. It's snowing in the
I'm no
Northwest?
meteorologist.
Yes.
I'm no
Snowing.
meteorologist, but
It's
I know
snow-
when
it's
my
snowing in
trousers are
Buffalo?
soaked, it's raining outside. I can assure you this will impact the passing game tonight against Millis.
It should.
Okay, obviously Diaz wants to throw the ball, but they're gonna have to hit up people like Tylen Mendez. Okay, they're gonna have to use their
Worth
rushing
off the line,
options.
Who knows?
That's gonna
Anything
put
can
pressure on
happen.
the interior linemen.
All right. Well, if we don't have any more weather football news, we're gonna wrap it up. This was the Roundtable. Thank you very much. Go Raiders.